protesting to the referee. That won't bring him anything. Kevin Campbell goes across for the first corner of the day. Gives a signal. And Olsen was trying to lean in and get his head on the end of that. Wanted a second corner. But as Augsburg are concerned, they were fortunate to get the first one.
And it is another corner.
That's the way football balances things out. They thought they shouldn't have had the first one, and they probably should have had the second one. Free kick. This is Campbell. Diego Dema. Ibrahim Konate. Konate's ball is a long one, but there's no one there. Gregor Kobel in goal today for Augsburg. Second cup game for the home side. Well, that's a little dangerous. Sabitzer straight through to Werner. Timo Werner! Good block by the keeper there, Gregor Kobel. Early chance.
Was offside, Phil. There's the replay.
It is a good job you're here, Stefan, to keep me in line. I was getting all excited, as was Timo Werner and the Leipzig fans, but quite rightly. Offside decision, and Manuel Baum wants to know what's up with his goalkeeper. He's got Andreas Luther on the bench, but Kobel's shoulder seems to be troubling him, and the referee went over and asked him how he was. Kobel, of course, as part of the Hoffenheim team, already beaten this season in the Cup by Leipzig. Kobel on loan from Hoffenheim, where he's getting some match practice. Kuhl couldn't get that ball to where he wanted it to go, and Peter Gulacsi gets a touch. Nearly 5 minutes gone, Stefan, and Leipzig seem the cooler, calmer, collected of the two. You get a sense slightly of a bit of nervousness when Augsburg get the ball.
Exactly, and of course in possession Leipzig are the better side already, and they try to play foreshaking, to press high, and that's why it's difficult for Augsburg to come out from the back.
They've got a throw in here with Georg Teigl. Long ball over the top, looking for Andre Hahn. Rani Khedira. Well, that wasn't the slickest of moves. Daniel Bayer got his head on it. Gregoric, that's a little more like it. Good little bursting run now. There was a wait from Andre Hahn. He had to wait. He was onside. The cross back. Oh, avoided everybody. And a follow-up from Diego Dema had Augsburg's fans with their hearts in their mouths. Those are the kind of chances you really can't afford to miss.
Yeah, and well played. I think here we can see his offside, Hahn. So the video assistant normally, if it's a goal, would come in and would say it's not allowed.
And he waited and waited, and the flag didn't go up on this near side from Matthias Jollenbeck. Sabitzer just a little too enthusiastic in his challenge there. The referee just going to go across and make sure Dema's all right.
Oh, that's an elbow.
Philip Max, I mean, beg your pardon, the other number 31, getting my 31's messed up there, and that did look nasty.
Sabitzer is lucky. That is minimum a yellow card, because the elbow came straight into his stomach, definitely a yellow card.
Well, the referee deciding that play should continue. Augsburg have been to the semi-finals once before. 2009-10 season where they lost to Bremen, who themselves lost in the final. Leipzig have never been as far as this in this competition. New ground for them. And this is the thing with a club like Leipzig that haven't got what you would call the most long and noble tradition behind them. These are the things that are now, for the kids of the future, are going to be, do you... Campbell gives the signal. Werner trying to head it on, but it was intercepted. That was Demmer. This is Campbell. Got my number 31's untangled. Bruma getting involved now with Demmer, Campbell and Werner. This is Sabitzer. Sabitzer in the end opting to win a corner rather than much else. It was a bit of an instinctive shot.
But that's the key for Leipzig today. Can they come behind the back five from Augsburg?
Campbell again with the corner, and Halstenberg and Konate getting in each other's way.
And Halstenberg was in a better position behind Konate. He was a little bit angry for a moment.
Ralf Rangnick there. His 45th cup tie. He's only lost once to Augsburg as a coach. Augsburg fans are hoping that that's going to be a second time this evening. A little run on that far side from Werner, who was for Leimer, who was wanting to use his speed. He did that, needed a bit of accuracy to go along with it. Throw in for the visitors. Werner, Campbell, now Demmer, Bruma. Leipzig really starting to get into a little bit of a passing rhythm. Augsburg finding it hard to get a touch on the ball. This is good stuff. Bruma out for another corner. There's a lot of pressure on Augsburg at the moment, Stefan.
Yeah, because it's good football from Leipzig. 1-2 football, lots of movements. Bruma is dropping deep and then is going behind the back five.
.26 corners per goal in the Bundesliga before last weekend. Signal from Halstenberg, but it's a poor corner. Hits the first defender. All the control let him down there, Marco Richter. Leimer to Campbell. And I think Leipzig have just realised that Augsburg are going to let them pass that ball around. Cross whipped in towards Timo Werner. Max gives it straight back to Sabitzer. Sabitzer's ball is too high for Paulsen. Paulsen acknowledges it was a good idea.
Yeah. 3 goals against Hertha Berlin. Has a good header, is always in the middle to be ready to win the header.
Manuel Baum is on the touchline directing his troops. At the moment, they're pretty bogged down in their own half. 15th in the Bundesliga with 25 points. They've got big worries this season, Augsburg. Probably the only thing that will reassure them slightly is that Nuremberg and Hanover have been playing worse than they have, and Stuttgart haven't been much better.
Too, yes. But before the Nuremberg defeat on the weekend, they got 7 points from the 3 games before to give them a lift.
It's just that worrying part of the season where possibly a cup run could distract your main intentions. Werner, good block, another chance for Brumo, who puts his hand up and fancies a corner again.
Yeah, and there's the individual mistake in the build-up. And 3 against 2, well played from Werner in the right moment, but his first touch with his right foot came too close to Khedira. That's why he couldn't finish it off.
Well timed from Khedira too,
yeah.
Doing what he had to do.
Exactly.
Kobbel's kick. Met by Konate. Philip Max with a choice of balls. He's opted to give the responsibility over. Tried to touch that off, and all it's done is allow Halstenberg to get in, and a mistake between the two, or a misunderstanding between the two Augsburg players. And they were very quick to rectify their earlier mistake.
Yeah, there's a foul on Overlö. Was stronger in that moment than Paulsen. I'm surprised.
Bayer came through there as well, and he was taking that ball, and nobody else was going to get in his way, not even his own player. His teammate, he gave him a little pat afterwards. He came thumping through there. I think Augsburg have started to get a little more physical. I'm not sure if that's a direction from Manuel Baum, the coach on the touchline. Well, that's the last warning for Marcel Sabitzer. Cushioned header from Halstenberg, who not so long ago celebrated his return to the German national team.
Against Serbia, I was in Wolfsburg. Wasn't a really good performance, but it was great for himself to be back. It was the 4th game for Germany.
After that cruciate knee ligament injury, which plagued so many players. Brummer, Paulsen. Paulsen with the shots. Well, wasn't so far away. A little flick from Sabitzer.
Yeah, 2 yards. But Kobe was there.
But that's the confidence that he's got now. He's having the best scoring season he's ever had. His personal best is well behind him now, setting a new one. And that kind of confidence, you just shoot.
Yeah.
Demmer. Brummer's touch, couldn't steer it on. Offside flag raised against Marco Richter. Hasn't scored in the Bundesliga. 36 shots before this weekend just gone. Not a single goal. Has scored once in this competition though. These two sides played out 2 0-0 draws when they met in the Bundesliga this season. which speaks volumes for the defensive capacities of Augsburg. It's a good ball from Kuh to Georg Teigl. Teigl goes down and wins a free kick. No questions about that.
Yeah. Bruma was too late. There's the contact. Teigl was in front of him. So there's the contact.
Georg Teigl, who, as I said, started his career in Germany with Leipzig, but he was at Salzburg before that, the Austrian, in that well-known flow of transfers between Salzburg and Leipzig. It's all in the RB. Max, catch for Gulacsi, who's not had too much to do today.
Very good goalkeeping. I like free kicks to the goal, a little bit more pace. It was too easy for Gulacsi.
Just came out and collected it at his leisure. Now here's the thing. This stadium's not exactly the happy hunting ground for Leipzig. They've never won here. Yet to win a match in Augsburg in the Bundesliga. They've scored in just one of those games, a 2-2 draw in March 2017. Those are the kind of statistics that are really just made of smoke and mirrors. Although I think we've talked in the past, Stefan, about certain clubs have certain bogey teams. I wouldn't go as far as to say that Augsburg are that for Leipzig, unless, of course, they win today, and that might be the start of a new piece of mythology. They met in the first and second rounds before. First time that this has been played in Bavaria. Campbell over the top. Kovalu. Kuh didn't really make contact with that. That's a little better. And then a little over-enthusiastic. I don't know, I thought that was possibly overstretching one's colleagues to think along on that sort of pass, and there were better ones open. You can feel the way the crowd rise when they get that sort of opportunity and they think something's going to happen. But the pass is not accurate enough. Foul on that far side. Konrad Laimer this time, another Austrian. It's Philip Max on the floor. Actually, there's quite a lot of Austrians that have won the Austrian Cup on the field. That was a challenge on Konate. That was a challenge on Bruma. Video director just giving us a little show of the...
Yeah, but it was more an accident, I think.
Not impressed by that one. So there's quite a few players out there that have won the Austrian Cup. Sabitzer, Laimer. Peter Gulacsi, of course. That'll be a free kick. Kovalu. Jumping all over Halstenberg. Just jumped into him and took his legs out from underneath him.
Yeah, the contact was there as a foul. Referee's right.
Halsen touches it off, but straight to Daniel Bayer. Philip Max is outside him. Bayer's going to go on his own. And again, frustrating for his teammates. That's happened more than once now. They have won the ball back, they've been in a good position, and then the final shot has been substandard.
But they can see the difference. So Augsburg in possession are not so strong. So if they have an option to shoot from 30 yards, they will try. They will not try to play.
Well, I will just remind everybody that you will see a result here today. If it's 0-0, as it has been the last two times these sides met, if it's 0-0 after 90 minutes, there'll be a period of extra time, 2 halves of 15 minutes, and then penalties if it's still level. Halsenberg's header, Bayer couldn't get there in time. Kadira, that's onside. Gulacsi's not going to get there first. Big appeal for a pass back to the goalkeeper, but not in any month of the year can you give that as a back pass.
What an opportunity for Augsburg. Strong from Hovelev to win the ball back and played a good ball behind Leipzig's back four. Gulacsi was there.
That was great keeping from Gulacsi. They've actually got the best defensive record in this competition this season. They've only conceded once. Now a free kick.
Yep. Again, too late. Konate. Contact is there. Free kick. There's the pass. Good goalkeeping from Gulacsi. Stay, make yourself big. And I think it was Richter. No chance to score. It's too close to Gulacsi.
3 goals from free kicks this season for Augsburg. Scored a direct free kick against Hanover 2 match days ago. That was the last one they had. Oh, it's something tricky. Philip Max smothered by Gulacsi.
Easy for him.
He'll be glad of the practice. He hasn't seen too much of the ball, but the last couple of minutes had a few more touches. Very scrappy game at the moment. Neither side really with any kind of rhythm. Every time the ball gets moving, there's a foul, and it's dragged back again.
And you can see they make the pitch not big, both teams. So then you have a lot of 1-against-1 situations, especially in the middle of a park.
Christian Gittelmann not agreeing with the Augsburg captain, Danny Bayer.
Yep, that's a foul too. You have to play the ball, Bayer. Missed it completely and then missed the contact there.
Referee just having a little discussion with the Augsburg captain. They came to an agreement, but I get the feeling that he might have had the captain's privilege there. He's quite angry with the assistant referee, Christian Gittelmann. Halstenberg and his left foot, along with Campbell, could be either of them. It's Halstenberg, he swung it to the back post, but it's too long. Derisory cheers from the Augsburg faithful. But the pressure has all been on the home side for most of this first nearly half an hour. .64% of possession has been for Leipzig. It's not always been great possession. Sabitzer. Bruma couldn't get on the end of that. Well, that didn't go down well with the home fans, did it?
But Konate was in front of Gregoric. I don't need a replay, it's a foul. That's it.
Campbell twisting and turning to try and get away from Andre Hahn. Willi Orban taking his time. Danso's header. Sabitzer. Oh, they've let that one go through. Andre Hahn. Oh, that's a poor back pass. Timo Werner on the end of it, but they'll not score here. Khedira's there. Sabitzer. Oh, that's poor play from Augsburg. They're laying it out on a plate, really, for Leipzig, and Leipzig not taking their chances. That was an awful back pass. Hahn virtually was off and away, and then he decides to turn around and go the other way. What was with that?
Yeah, he could play to Teige. But they're playing many times backwards, and good interception from Werner. Can finish that one better, 1-against-1 with the goalkeeper. What an opportunity for Leipzig. And we all know after the 2 draws, 0-0 in the Bundesliga, so that's the moment maybe the first goal is even more important today, I think.
It's Gregoric working hard, needs support. Here's Hahn. Foul from Hahn. You know, Stefan, I think they've come out with the idea, Augsburg, that they're going to really take it to Leipzig physically and really get stuck into every challenge, but it's actually getting in their way, stopping themselves from getting any rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. In possession, they're struggling, but that's not what I want, and that's the match plan from Manuel Baum. Be solid. We can see the back 5 now. They're dropping. Bayer and Kua coming back, so it's a 5-2-3, really solid, compact. It's not the most important at the moment for them to play football. For them it's important to bring Leipzig down. They are not playing football too.
Cool was an option in the centre. That's a little bit better. It's committed and it's scrappy. But again, I don't think as a fan you could accuse either side of not giving it as much as they can. Gregoric lurking. That's the sort of opportunity he thrives on, and he's moved more in to that central role the more that Augsburg have actually got possession in the opposition half, but they've been finding it difficult to get in there.
Exactly, but individual mistakes from Leipzig give them the option. So they use the moment to lift the back 5 up and maybe to press them a little bit higher. And here we can see the mistake from Bruma, and Gregoric is in a position to score from 20 yards. I still believe he could go a little bit more 1-against-1 with Gulaschi, is it?
Good little spell this from Augsburg. Sabitzer. Good block from Kuh. Kuh again. Bayer's header now, Sabitzer. Augsburg have played 6 times against top-flight opposition like themselves, and they've only won 1 of those. That was against Mainz, the second round this season. That was after extra time. Lima. Sabitzer. Bayer up into the night sky, a little bit of an up and under. Offside flag, waited and waited and waited. Leipzig already on the attack again. Bruma was fouled. It does seem every time they get into a position that might slightly turn dangerous, if they're not quick, they get fouled, the Leipzig players. Werner. Powerful run from him. That was well done from Bruma as well. Nice little turn. Werner will go for the shot, and that's an easy tidy up for Korbel. Clip. Kicked out in front of Ralf Rangnick. Well, 35 minutes gone. The longer it goes on, of course, the better it is for the underdog, and I would class Augsburg as the underdog today. What they need, though, is a goal. Another foul. Don't misunderstand me. Leipzig are fouling nearly just as much as Augsburg are.
Yeah, so the match plan from Augsburg works so far, because they have to be involved in one-against-one situations a lot, Leipzig. I'm sure they would like to play a little bit more, and they would like to play or to make the field bigger, but at the moment they have to work hard.
Tobias Stieler having a chat with Bruma. Be pleased to have started today. He's only come on as a sub 3 times over the last 10 Bundesliga matches. This is promising. Savitzer's in the way, though. Khedira's ball was fairly dangerous. That was almost inexplicable. Getting in each other's way by a shot came off his own player. Paulsen. He just slipped as he released that ball. That ball's not going to go out. Allround's header. Straight to the captain of the other side. Bayer, nice little outside of the boot pass, trying to release something here. Max has pushed that far too far for Marco Richter. There's the effort from Khedira and the clearance from Orban. That went straight to Daniel Bayer. Bayer shielded that with his body. That was a great turn. Gregoric was offside. He couldn't go, but it's going to be a free kick anyway. That was nice, wasn't it, the turn?
Yeah, used his body and then the turn. Very skillful. Demmer was surprised. And there's contact, but it's not a bad foul from Konate.
I don't even think it was a deliberate foul.
Yeah, exactly.
He was running after the ball.
Yeah, it was more a clashing.
Nonetheless, it's a free kick. Philip Max. Puts it down. Floats effortlessly. And then is headed out. Kevin Danso got his first start in the cup against Kiel in the last round. Formerly of Milton Keynes Dons. Moved to the UK when he was 6 years old. Leipzig were trying to break, and Khedira just pumping it up into the night sky. They've got numbers forward, and they've got Timo Werner on the break. He's had to check his run, though. Saw just a little spark of that massive acceleration that he's got. Sabitza's head, and a claim from Gregor Kobel. Much to the delight of the fans behind him.
Good defending from Teigl. He's quick. Normally Werner was in, 1-against-1 with the goalkeeper, but good run back from him.
Demmer gets it back from Konrad Laimer. Sabitzer. Laimer again. Good running from Poulsen. It was unhappy landing, I think, for Josef Poulsen.
Couldn't see anything. 1-against-2, but I think he came down on his foot badly.
Campbell looking for Poulsen again. It's gone over his head. Augsburg have clawed back a little bit of possession in the last 10 minutes or so. 60-40 for Leipzig at the moment. Now Andre Hahn trying to mix it with Matthias Jollenbeck.
Lots of 50-50 challenges in the game, because there's no space to play football for both teams. So both teams are good organized without the ball, and it's difficult to create spaces.
The referee just had a quick word with Daniel Bayer there. I think he was telling him to get his players to leave the referee's assistants alone. Getting into that phase just before half-time, where it's a really good thing if you can score against your opponent. Leipzig seem to have just taken it up a notch. The passing getting a little crisper, a little more penetrative. Sabitzer. Not the best option. Halstenberg and Demmer on this near side. Demmer leaves it for Halstenberg. Sabitzer, they're in behind them. Cut back for Campbell, tried to pass it towards the net. Overhead bicycle kick. Campbell again. Curled, but not enough. And it's a corner.
Well played, good run from Sabitzer, and then the layoff for Campbell. Good block from Khedira and Danso. And then again, good block.
Just took one of those clips that can turn it past your own keeper, but on this occasion it's a corner. 6 goals from corners before last weekend or including last weekend for Leipzig. Augsburg with a chance to counter-attack now. That's a lovely ball into the strides of Georg Teigl, but he couldn't capitalise on it. It's end-to-end stuff a little bit at the moment. Sabitzer, great awareness, sees there's room. Paulsen trying to get in behind. He's been working quite hard in the first half, Josef Paulsen. Cool. Wins the throw-in. Orban has tidied it up. Limer's ball. Paulsen with a header. No time added on at the end of this half because not really a lot has happened, to be honest.
You have few half chances, both sides, 4, but not a real clear chance to go 1-0 up. First goal will be wide.
It's half-time. It's 0-0 in the WWK Arena in Augsburg. It hasn't been the kind of game to write home about, but somebody has got to win this match today. The last 2 games between them 0-0, this first 45 0-0. We're not going to even talk about my nickname right now. Stefan, they've got to change something at half-time, or do you think they'll come out with both sides the same as they were?
Not changes yet. The work rate is high from both teams. That's the positive thing. But in possession, both sides could create chances. A few good passes, a moment that Werner nearly was in, Teigl defended well. On the other side, Richter was in, and Gulashi who came out and made himself big. So, half chances. So, overall, lots of 1-against-1 situation. Not a pretty game, I have to be honest, but really interesting second half. Who will score first?
That'll be the big question, but I hope you can join Stefan Freund and myself in about 15 minutes for the second half and possibly extra time and penalties of this DFB-Pokal Cup quarter-final. Bye for now. Hello, welcome back to the WWK Arena in Augsburg. The first half ended 0-0. It won't stay that way. One way or the other, we'll have goals here, even if it is penalty goals at the end of 120 minutes. No changes at half-time. Ralf Rangnick takes his seat. I hope you've taken your seats. I've taken mine. Not the most brilliant first 45 minutes, hotly contested, and a lot of fouls from both sides. But there's a lot at stake. A place in the semi-final of the Cup. The dreams are alive for both these sides at the moment and all their supporters. Leipzig have never got this far. Augsburg have been to the semis once, but how much would they love to play in the Olympic Stadium in Berlin in May? Well, quite a lot would probably be the answer to that. Referee Tobias Stieler looks at his watch. And the game restarts. 0-0 the score, 45 minutes to play, with a chance of cup glory for every player out there. Someone whose cup glory days may be drawing to a close sooner or later. Sitting alongside me, Stefan Freund. Stefan, it was a ragged first half. We need a goal in this game to really liven it up.
Yeah, and we have to be honest, we know before that Augsburg will drop a little bit deeper. And if you start with a back five, that shows that you don't like to go 1-0 down in that game. And of course, Leipzig couldn't find a way to come behind that back five. Only 2 times Werner and Bruma been in and couldn't finish it off.
Gregoric had a good chance that he did his best with. A little volley just on the edge of the box, but it was straight at the keeper. Augsburg have not been totally without their chances. They've actually been let in by a couple of mistakes by Leipzig.
Yeah, of course, they wait for the counter-attack. That's the part of the match plan. So if you win the ball, find Gregoric up front or pace of Hahn and Richter and break them down from there.
Some would say that Timo Werner is a little out of form at the moment, although he does average a goal every 69 minutes for Leipzig this season. Sabitzer pointing the direction that the ball should travel. Konate leaves it for Halstenberg. Now, Diego Dema. Orban, the captain. Halstenberg, that's got a lot on it. Poulsen won't get there. He almost saw it late, I thought there, Josef Poulsen. Coming straight out of the dressing room at half-time. You don't want to pull anything by putting on too much right at the beginning after you've got a little bit cold in the break.
Yeah, but wasn't the best pass. Difficult to catch that one. And he's not the quickest, we all know. For Werner, maybe possible.
Gregor Kobel. Sabitzer. Bayer. Daniel Bayer's really been playing the captain's role today. You can look at him and see the input that he's put into it.
And he's involved in a lot of 1-against-1. And you can see now both teams are in 30 to 30 yards. So 20 players are around the ball and try to win the 1-against-1 situation. That's why the game is a little bit ugly and it's difficult for both teams to come out of that pressure.
It's a little bit like football in the playground when you were a kid. Everybody chasing the ball. Danso. Long ball, trying to open something up. Orban jumps higher. Already Referee Tobias Stieler could see that there was going to be a foul there. Knockdown for Campbell. He's got support. Leipzig starting to put a few of those passes together that they did in the first half. That one needed to be further away from Kruvelu to be of any use for Timo Werner. Sabitzer. Well, the idea was good. Just didn't get a thick enough contact with the ball to steer it where he wanted it to go. Paulsen. That's too close to Danso. Now, Bayer. Kept in by Bruma. Paulsen didn't want that second contact. His first contact was good, but the second one just kicked the ball out from underneath him. Nobody's finding any room in this game. Clogged arteries. Augsburg has come to Koo. And Khedira, but Khedira ran past it. Koo again. Sabitzer, who might consider himself lucky to still be on the pitch after that elbow incident earlier on.
Yeah, we spoke about that at half-time. I saw referees, they give a red card because it was intentionally to use the elbow into the stomach. I think it was Max. And
he took a run-up too. It wasn't just a twitch reaction. Paulsen's got in behind. Lima. Danso. That was a good touch-off from Gregoric. But tenacious from Lima. Sabitzer, a little flick. Danso. Solid challenge from Bruma. Gregoric sorts things out. Danny Bayer back to his keeper. That was good defence from Leipzig, and we've seen that all season long. They're the best defence in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, lots of clean sheets this season so far.
Max. A header. It's from Marco Richter. And the players are already waving on, the physios. Clash of heads.
Yeah, exactly. Orban and Richter.
Kruvelu's ball. To
Gregoric. Good touch, good one against Lima, layoff for Max, quality cross, and whoa,
ouch.
Pain for both, of course.
Willi Orban reached the semi-finals back in 2014 with Kaiserslautern. But like most of the game, fully committed.
Yeah, no question about the attitude and the work rate. But we would like to see better football, because if there's no space to play, then you have to improve your skill and you have to be a little bit more brave. You have to take a little bit more risk to come out of that situations, and then you can come behind the last line, both sides.
Well, I'm looking at the substitutions, or the possible substitutions. Of course, there's big option in Jean-Kevin Augustin for Leipzig.
Yeah.
And Alfred Finnbogason, I know he's carrying a knock.
Yeah, and Cordova, 2 strikers on the bench on Augsburg's side too. And of course, Finnbogason is a striker, can always score a goal.
But neither of these sides will want to have extra time this evening. Home game here for Hoffenheim for Augsburg against Hoffenheim. Leverkusen away for Leipzig at the weekend. That's not going to be an easy game for them. Bruma. Konate, first touch, got him into trouble. Danso. Carlsen won't get there in time. Max with the throw. Sabitzer getting stuck in. Bayer took the ball away from him.
Yeah, it's too late. Sabitzer, and then there's the contact. Foul.
But he is one of those players that likes to be right in the thick of it, Sabitzer. He's not particularly a weighty player, but he's a bit of a real sort of terrier of...
Yeah, lots of energy, lots of attitude, doesn't like to lose, especially 1-against-1 situations.
That one's easy for Gulacsi. A little bit of frustration there for Gulacsi. He wanted to release the ball early, but there wasn't really anywhere for him to send it to, and now he's put the ball out.
Yeah. He missed the moment to start the counter attack. Everything takes a little bit too long from every Leipzig player when they win the ball back. Then you have only a few seconds to create space.
Well, that's a very good ball inside, but the flag is up. Much to the annoyance of the home fans. Marco Richter was through, or so he thought.
Oh, very tight.
Well, the flag did go up really quick. I think I said before, the longer this goes on, the more it favours the home side to grab a goal. It's the sort of game where if Leipzig don't take their chances that they are creating, they might be made to rue it.
I wouldn't agree because it's one moment of quality, one good pass behind the back 5 or back 4, and then the striker's in, so it can be happen on both sides at the moment.
Very nearly did happen there. Richter jumps well. Konate's header. Max. Oh, nicely taken on by Richter. He's through again. Great ball. Andre Hahn. He's into the box. Needs a finish. Oh, it's too far. Too far at the back post. But that's much better from Augsburg. That's the best bit of play we've seen them come up with today.
Yeah, individual quality from Richter, 1-against-1. Against Leimer here, a nutmeg, and then a great pass, good first touch, and then the idea is good. To cross the ball to the second post.
Frustration.
I think it was Tiger, a little bit too late.
Well, that's got the home fans' end bouncing nicely now behind Peter Gulacsi. No wonder he's on the edge of his box. Well, Olsen tries to head it down into the path of Timo Werner. Khedira had to be careful there. I'm going to hit you with my stat of the day today.
Let's see if
Phil's stat of the day. They've not conceded, Leipzig, in the second half of games in 2019. That's a stat bomb, that one.
Yeah, I have to breathe now.
But that is part. I mean, since Ralf Rangnick has been acting coach, he tightened up their defence for this season. They're waiting, of course, for the arrival of Julian Nagelsmann, but he's done a fantastic job. Only 20 goals conceded in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, that's the foundation why they are back in the top 3 now in the Bundesliga. On top of Mönchengladbach, on top of Eintracht Frankfurt now. And in a really good position to finish the Champions League.
Well, of course, Frankfurt are breathing down their necks because they are in the finest of form. Gladbach's season seems to have just exploded in their faces. But they're going to have a bit of a job holding off Frankfurt, I think. They've got some difficult games coming up. They've got Wolfsburg after Leverkusen at the weekend, so...
Yeah, and Werder Bremen, they like to finish top 6.
And of course, they've also got that small matter of a game against a certain Bavarian side that are not Augsburg. That's not going to be easy either. Substitution's going to be made. As soon as Peter Gulacsi can keep the ball away from his goal and it goes out of play, we're going to see the man who scored at the weekend, Amadou Haidara, come on. And if memory serves, I think he became the 3rd player from Mali to score last weekend. Villu tangling with Werner.
I think the right foot from Hovelu came into his mouth or into his face. That's why.
Substitution can take place now. Bruma for Haidara. Haidara, another player who won the Austrian Cup with RB Salzburg.
Yeah, and scored for Salzburg first half of the season in the European League game in Leipzig.
There you go. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Stefan Freund's stat bomb of the day.
But he's a really good signing.
Oh, it's getting a little unnecessary already. Been on the pitch for less than a minute. And I think it goes back to what we were saying in the first half about Augsburg letting Leipzig know that they're there. That was a little bit of a welcome to the game, son.
Yeah, and they're using the home advantage. The crowd is behind. There's the yellow card for Haidara after a few seconds on the pitch. Let's have a look. What's happened? Clash with Khedira. Yeah, he's overreacting. The referee's right. 50-50 challenge. There is it. Don't react.
The referee was there straight away, and I think he did the right thing, gave them both a yellow card. I'm just going to stick my neck out there. That must be one of the quickest yellow cards.
But I think the yellow card for Khedira is not right, because Haidara reacted in a way to be booked.
Richter ran so very hard to keep that ball in, and he might just have set Leipzig off on a counter-attack. No, Kuh's there. Good defending from Halstenberg. Confident header to his keeper. Yes, don't write in. I wonder if that was one of the fastest yellow cards of all time. He was only on the pitch for about 20 seconds in the cup. His first cup game in Germany. Flag up. That'll be an offside decision for Augsburg once more. They've been enjoying some protection.
Yes, half a yard off. Pausen. But it was a good move behind the back five. Have to use him more often. And why not play a few times long balls to him, because he's strong in the air.
Oh, that one got away from Demmer, and it was too hard for Gregoritsch to run onto. Demmer gave it away, won it back. That one will be collected by Gregor Kobel. Nice little back heel. Philip Max got that one from Richter, but the cross is...
Good run from Max again, and of course with a back three that gives Max and Teigl the license to go forward in possession.
5 minutes past the hour, still no sign of a goal. But we're getting a few more yellow cards now. Cool. Penalised.
Deserved yellow card.
Sabitzer with the little flick again, didn't come off. Danso, good feet from him, but the clearance is just that, a clearance that they can't really build on. Oh, poor clearance. Halstenberg on it immediately. Sabitzer. Paulsen, nobody at the back post. And that's not the first time they've had that problem in this game. It's almost like there's somebody missing. The last ball is just not going where it should.
Exactly. Well, well played before. You're behind the back five, and then the cross comes in, and no striker in the middle. Where are Paulsen or Werner, or maybe Bruma? Oh no, Bruma's off, sorry. Or Sabitzer.
I think Leipzig are going to make a substitution in a while. I've heard that there will be a change for Diego Demmer. On the floor there, getting up. Bayer. Philip Max. Much more into the game in the second half, Philip Max. As you said, getting more freedom to come forward. Augsburg causing Ralf Rangnick to scratch his head. Well, it's not for the first time this season. 2 0-0 draws already. Now nearly 70 minutes into this game. Still, neither of these sides can find a way past the other. Bit of a hospital pass for Paulsen there. from Haidara. Mukiele is about to come on. Nordi Mukiele, who's only played in 3 of the last 17 Bundesliga games. He comes on for Diego Dema. By trade, he's a right wing back.
And Lima is already in that position from Diego Demme, and Mukiele is playing as a right back.
So a little shift in formation from Ralf Rangnick to try and unlock this Augsburg defence. At the moment, it's Augsburg on the attack. Lister kept away. Olsen tried to turn his man, but to no avail. I must say, Stefan, I'm surprised that Augsburg haven't made any changes. Is that because do you think that's because Manuel Baum thinks that his side is still keeping a lid on it?
Exactly, they're still in the game, and I think that was the match plan. That's why no changes so far from Augsburg. And Manuel Baum believes now, and I agree in that point, that later in the game you will have more options when Leipzig is a little bit more tired to hit Leipzig on counter-attacking football. And I think that's the reason why. And I think he's happy so far with his team performance. Of course we are not, because they're not playing good football. They're first defending and only wait for counter-attacking football. But Leipzig struggle too to create chances and play good football.
Clash of the captains there, Bayer and Orban, but it's resulted in just a throw-in for the home side. 20 minutes to go before extra time. Kuh tries to reverse it to Richter. That'll be a corner, and there's not been too many of those in this game for Augsburg.
Oh, good layoff from Kuh, good run from Richter. An important block from Kampel.
It's the first corner of the game for Augsburg. Now they've scored 8 times. On average, 14 corners per goal for them. Set-piece experts, and Philip Max can deliver a good ball from a corner. Well, he delivered that one straight to Peter Gulacsi.
The quality of the set pieces from both sides are not good enough. In games like that, that gives you the option to score the winning goal. Remember the World Cup, over 50 goals came from set pieces, so I think both teams can improve on that.
Lima turns, gets it to Sabitzer. Werner sees the ball just spring past his outstretched leg. Kampel, easy for Kobel. He wanted to get Augsburg moving again, but Augsburg is starting to look just a little tired to me. Lovely ball from Kuh. Oh, they're still full of running, the Augsburg side. I said they were looking tired, but when it's necessary to run now. Danso! Timo Werner scores! At last the game has a goal. It was all about running. They ran headlong into Leipzig territory, lost the ball, and then a ball to Timo Werner. Let him show just how you can do that running.
And look now, the game is a little bit stretched the first time. And there's the important ball win from Orban. And then one touch. I think it was Haidara, played Werner in. And then he's using his pace. And Danso is too late. Can't stop him anymore. He's using everything, but the quality of the finish from Werner, outstanding. And that's exactly the moment we spoke about. 74 minutes.
Absolutely. Timo Werner with his third goal in the competition, level now with Marcel Sabitzer, I think. Oh no, not Sabitzer, I'll tell a lie. Get that one wrong. But 3 goals in this competition, and now Augsburg are in trouble.
And the vision from Haidara to know Werner is in if I play direct behind the back 5, or in that moment behind Danso. And then, of course, the pace of Werner makes the difference. And he scored again in the cup game.
Well, I was just checking my statistics, as I want to do.
After 69 minutes, he always scored a goal. So it was not 69, was 74. Okay, it's a little bit too late, Werner.
Unless he gets another one, of course, and that will change the statistics altogether. But let's keep a lid on that one for the moment. He got a double, of course. He got 2 against Hoffenheim.
And don't forget your stats from the first half, or in the second half, Leipzig never conceded a goal. So normally they're already in the semi-final.
Well, that's certainly how they'd like to see it. Werner couldn't pick it up. Kruvelu. There's Richter waiting out on the left, who's had a much better second half. Marco Richter. Oh!
What a chance for Kuh to equalize. And now we have a good football game.
They have to come now.
Yeah, and the goal changed everything now. So more risk. Oh no, it was Khedira.
Khedira snapped it away from Kuh. It was the right thing to do. He had the better shot. Just when you were saying about the fact they'd not been breached in the second half in 2019. The curse of the commentator very nearly struck.
And Khedira is in midfield now. Manuel Baum changed straight away. I think they play a back 4 now, and Khedira will move up into the central midfield. Because they're 1-0 down. The back 5 doesn't help anymore.
Nothing to lose now.
Yeah.
You're not playing for extra time and penalties. If there is a next goal, it'll be massively, massively important, because I think if Leipzig score a second, that'll be it. However, Augsburg, with the crowd behind them, all sorts of mayhem could ensue. Philip Max finds his cross from the free kick, comes back out, but now Andre Hahn. Danso tried to get underneath it. Bayer, a little over-enthusiastic.
Good pressing from Bayer. That's what I have to do now, forechecking, go for the second ball. I'm not so sure that he was too late. Clever from Paulsen to go down.
There's a lot of discussion with the referee today, from both sides.
Yeah, because lots of 1-against-1 situations everywhere on the pitch. Look at now, there's no space to play football. Both teams are
Werner,
very strong without the ball, yeah.
Interrupt you there just for a second. It very nearly looked like Paulsen and Werner were combining very nicely indeed. And it's almost, since they've got the goal, there's a different feel to them. Offside, though, was the correct call from the ref's assistant here.
So, but will be really interesting now that Augsburg can start to play a little bit more football. And there's Finn Bogason, of course, the goal scorer.
Well, you've got to find a goal from somewhere when you're a goal down. He's their top scorer, 10 in the league. Hasn't scored in the cup this season. Mind you, he only played once. Max Bayer. I'm reliably informed that it'll be Andre Hahn that will have to head for the touchline. And here he comes, scooting along. Alfred Finn Bogason, who's never scored in the cup at all. Won the Belgian and the Icelandic Cup in his time.
But if he's fit, he's the best striker in the Augsburg side.
Great.
The problem is he was injured for a long time, and it takes a little bit to have the top form again.
Set pieces are their thing. 45, nearly 46% of Augsburg's goals this season have come from a dead ball situation. They are the kings of the dead ball. There's the signal from Khedira. Oh, it's a good ball in. That's one of the best balls in from a free kick we've seen today.
Exactly, that's quality. Pace in the ball. Difficult to defend. So much pace and quality.
Marco Richter's been doing much better. I've already said that once in this half, but he's really catches the eye in this second half for Augsburg. Philip Max in swinging, left-footed corner for this. An equaliser is what they need, and they have less than 10 minutes to get it. Otherwise, RB Leipzig will find themselves for the very first time in their history in the semi-final. A little note for Daniel Bayer from his coach, Manuel Baum.
Yeah, Bayer is playing in front of the back four now, and Khedira is playing even higher. So Daniel Bayer have to organize the build-up from the back and be the player, or like the playmaker in front of the back four.
So a little bit of a change
Here
for Augsburg. Bayer. Richter, a good ball in again. Oh, it was floating so gently towards that far post, and Peter Gulacsi had time to lay himself down in slow motion.
Here was Kuh's header, but not enough pace on that ball, so an easy save for Gulacsi. But crosses are a good option now for Augsburg to create chances. Especially Max can deliver outstanding from the left side.
Last season, of course, Philip Max had a whole bag full of assists to his name. Well, this is looking a little more promising from Augsburg again. And since they went behind, they've had to come and attack Leipzig, and it's been much more entertaining for the neutral. Khedira's ball blocked at very short range. It seems Richter's through again. Oh, they can't clear the ball at the moment, Leipzig. The more pressure that Augsburg put on them, Augsburg just throwing everything they have at the ball, and there's going to be a change. We're going to have another substitution, and it's going to be Ilsanker who's going to come on in place of Timo Werner. So that is Ralf Rangnick saying, right, shut up the shop, no one's coming through the midfield. We're going to keep this 1-0 lead to the end.
Yeah, that's a defensive move, and I think Ilsanker goes into the back five now. So like Khedira, the same job Khedira did for Augsburg the first 75 minutes. And it's understandable because Finn Bogason, Gregoritsch are in the middle of a park. Khedira is going all the way now too. So they need bodies, Leipzig, to defend the middle of a park.
Free kick. Daniel Bayer told to move the ball back. Good delivery. It's a long way out, but good delivery is needed.
No.
And good delivery looks a lot different than that. Well, I wonder if it's time just to throw on Cordova as well.
That was the 1-against-1 from Orban and Portman to win the ball back. And then, of course, the one-touch football from Haidara, and Werner was in. I'm sure there was only 5-6 seconds after Orban won the ball that Werner scored.
Max. That's a tricky ball for the defence. It's come down to Koo. Now Campbell. Does Leipzig come away with it? Haidara fouled by Finn Bogason.
There's the contact on the left foot from Haidara as a foul. Nothing else.
Four minutes left of regular time. Augsburg's cup hopes rest in the balance. Lima. Poulsen will chase that down, but he won't get there in time. Dare I say it, it will leave Augsburg with the league to concentrate on if they do lose today. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it is true. And as I suggested, obviously,
Cordova is coming in.
Throw everything you've got on.
All in now.
If
Another
you lose,
striker, Bayer is off.
2-0 or 1-0, it really doesn't matter. So Sergio Cordova, the Venezuelan, is on. 5 goals as a substitute this season. Not this season, I beg your pardon, overall. Should learn to read my own notes properly, really, that would be a good idea. That'll be a free kick. And that's been the story of this game, really. Free kicks everywhere.
Yeah, and that's what Augsburg won now, because they have strikers now on the pitch. Cordova, Richter, Gregoritsch.
Korbel was looking
ready
across.
to go forward, yeah.
Should I go up? He said to the boss. Not yet. This free kick then. Can anybody get on the end of it? They haven't cleared it. That was strong from Konate, and Orban gives him a big pat on the shoulders for that.
Yeah, I love to see that. That's team spirit. He's the captain. Everyone against one, especially in the box now, is so important, and put your body in. And that's what Konate did. against Danzo.
Held him off very well indeed. Gulacsi taking his time. I'm not sure how much they'll add on at the end, maybe 3-4 minutes. There haven't really been too many stoppages.
Yeah, no injuries, I think. Oh yes, one clashes with the head. Richter and Orban.
Philip Max with the captain's armband flashes that ball in towards the box. Fouvelou. Philip Max started running and it's overhit. Gulacsi running the clock down as best he can.
Let's see how many minutes injury time.
There will be 3 minutes added on. Oh, that's a good takedown from Paulsen. Those tricks always look great if you go past the man, but if you just serve up the ball to them...
No, but it's the wrong decision. They're under pressure now because you have to keep the ball now. Don't do something special.
As I said, you always look good if it works, but if it doesn't work, you look like...
Not 3 minutes to go and you 1-0 up. Keep the ball up front. That's his job now.
Kadira plays it out. Fouvelou. Gregoric offside. Finn Borgerson, clever defence. Great movement, all going up as a man.
Yeah, line is up. Clever movement, and that's why Gregoric, I think, was offside.
Well, that was actually a little more staccato, their movement, than I thought originally, but it's caught them more than once today, Augsburg.
That's better from Paulsen. Next to the corner flag, keep the ball, throw, seconds, runs. That's clever now. That's how it is. You 1-0 up.
Well, do you think I'm sure the Augsburg fans will look back to that incident in the first half with the elbow from Sabitzer and will ask, should he have stayed on? Didn't even get a yellow card.
Yeah, but we have the video assistant, so if he thinks it's a red card, you have to tell the referee. Maybe he couldn't see it. But my first moment was a yellow card would be enough, so that's why he wasn't involved. And overall, not too many good chances in the game. But we know before both teams are good organized, especially Augsburg at home, looking for counter-attacking football. But one counter from Leipzig make the difference.
Leipzig deeply entrenched now in Augsburg's half, and it doesn't look as if there'll be any miraculous last-minute goal. Paulsen will try and keep this ball.
But well done, Paulsen.
Well, there's a certain amount of shouting from Rani Kadira.
And the clock runs down. No option for Augsburg to score the equalizer. That's quality from Leipzig now.
Sabitzer trying to just muscle his way through. Mukiele with the clearance. There's a second ball on the pitch. Kadira will get rid of that. The Leipzig fans want the whistle for the end of the game. The referee might just let this throw-in be taken. They need to be quick. Richter will shoot. Oh, it's in! It's in! Richter puts the ball across, and Augsburg have the equaliser that they've been looking for over 15 minutes.
That was the last second of the game.
But the delivery was exactly what we were talking about earlier. It was sharp, it was really well towards the goal, and it only needed the faintest of contacts to steer it past Gulacsi.
Yeah, no offside. Great ball from Richter. Oh, with top spin, and yeah, there's the touch from Finn Bogason.
Finn Bogason.
Of course. Natural goal scorer is in that position.
With the last touch of the first 90 minutes. Well, that means, of course, we will be going now to extra time. On balance, would you say that Augsburg were worth extra time today? Would you say Leipzig were worth extra time today?
Maybe in the end, it's a deserved draw, because it was an even game before Leipzig scored, and now they got their option in the last second of the game. They used it to score the equalizer. So overall, what can you say? Second half, we had 2 chances on both sides. 1-1, it's okay.
Well, that's put some fire into the bellies of the home fans, Augsburg fans, enjoying that a lot. But now we've got 2 halves of 15 minutes coming up. Augsburg have made substitutions. They've got a team full of strikers now. There's no Werner.
Very good point. Let's see how they will handle the situation now tactically, because you have so many attacking players on the pitch, then you have to move on with the same match plan than the last 15 minutes. Try to score the second, take the risk, because you have players, they top and strong in front of the goal. Oh, the quality of the delivery, pace, and then it's...
That's a dream for any striker.
Of course. That's what you love as a striker. You only have to touch the ball. Doesn't have to be really accurate, because the delivery was outstanding.
Finn Bogason, or plaster on the chin, son. You can call him anything you like today. The Augsburg fans love him.
And look at Gregoric. He's pushing his team, he's talking to everyone.
They've played with fire today. They're in a miserable situation.
But Leipzig does the same. But it's Rangnick in the middle of the circle. He's talking to his players, concentrate, focus, give them the last.
Well, it all hangs in the balance now. 15 minutes each way. And if it's still level after that, of course, then we have the agony and ecstasy of penalties, which my British roots do not like, really.
But I think now we will have an exciting extra time. And there's another change now. I think Cunha is coming on. Leipzig will try to go more forward, because they had a defensive move with Ilsanker into the team, and they changed to a back 5. And now Cunha will come on. Let's see who will be out of the team.
And remember, of course, there is the option of the extra substitute in this competition.
Yeah.
In extra time, if you've used 3, you can add a 4th to the mix. There will be a further tossing of the coin. It's no longer Daniel Bayer. He gets to be a bystander and watch as Philip Max wears the captain's armband. Willi Orban looking focused. Campbell is the man who's left the field for the number 20, Mateus Santos Camero da Cunha. Or just Cunha, if we're lucky. Timo Werner thought he might have won it. I thought he'd won it. It was very much a case of it would be, as the Americans say, a Hail Mary pass. And that's exactly what Richter produced. So, here we go. 30 minutes of extra time, 2 lots of 15. Cunha to Paulsen. Who are going to end up the mentally stronger, the physically stronger side, and who are going to find themselves in the semi-finals at the end of this game? It's a big question. And I must admit, I thought that Augsburg's ship had sailed. But they're a side with limited resources. They make the best of what they've got. And goodness me, in Alfred Finnbogason, they've got a good one. That's effort. Hitting one of the subs warming up on the outside. Yeah. Number 16, Christoph Janke. And the Augsburg fans are well behind their team now. Cunha. Sabitzer. Sabitzer's gone down under the challenge from Philip Max, and a point from the referee straight to the corner.
No, Max came inside and blocked the shot or the ball. No free kick, but definitely corner. Or no penalty, sorry.
They've only conceded 5 times from corners this season, Augsburg. Sailed nicely into the 6-yard box, but Augsburg have defended it. Lima with the header. Mukiele. It's a nicely weighted ball, and well anticipated. But then he's had a good second half, has Marco Richter. They got a chance to come at it again. It's a good turn from Cordoba. Crunched by Willi Orban. Manuel Baum is out of his seat and he's a little worried. I think it's Khedira is on the floor. He's got a thigh problem.
He's holding his adductor, I think. And my view is that he can't play on because he's on the ground. He's telling everyone, I can't move anymore.
Well, that will be a blow as well, because after they moved their formation around and took Khedira out the back, that was part of the reason that they managed to put the pressure on Leipzig towards the end of the 90 and get that equaliser.
Yeah, he was my player in Germany's under 16, under 17, 2011, and he played in the central midfield, same position then after the 75th minute or after the goal from Werner, and he was always dangerous. He brings himself always in a position to score a goal. It looks like a massive problem, yeah.
Hans-Fredrik Jensen, who's played in 4 of the last 6 Bundesliga games, assisted the winner against Kiel in the last round, the round of 16. He's had to come on now for the injured Rani Khedira. Sami, of course, his older brother. Khedira, of course, against his old side as well. He played 3 cup games for Leipzig between 2014, 2017, 10 Bundesliga games as well. Sabitzer, he doesn't seem to tire. No Timo Werner coming down through the middle that time, though. There's small fouls all the time. Just have ensured this game doesn't really have any massive flow. It's almost like a Tuesday night cup game. That's a ball through to Haidara. Orban again. Cunha intercepted by Gregoric. That's lovely stuff. Own player got in the way. Sad for Augsburg. Now Leipzig having to play. Sabitzer needs to look up. He's seen Mukiele on the other side. Went for glory when he should have maybe thought again. Philip Max was asking a little bit too much of Finn Borgerson. Who kicked the ball away there. He should be a little wary. He picked up that yellow card just 5 minutes past the hour. You don't want to get a silly yellow card in a situation like this and get sent off. Well, they haven't closed him down. The pass was wayward.
But the idea was good. Better touch from Paulsen, he's in.
Cordova fouled. He's holding his back. Or the back of his thigh, in fact. Where Stefan Ilsanker, who is not a shrinking violet, as they used to say, sticking about a bit. Easy tidy up for Danso. Mukiele. He won the French Cup with Montpellier not so long ago. Haidara looks to be a very, very good piece, a player to have acquired a piece of merchandise, I was going to say. But definitely a quality player. That's a hopeful clearance. Good communication from the Augsburg sides with one another. Onside, Finn Borgerson will shoot.
I think it was offside.
It was eventually. Flag stayed down. See it again.
Yeah, 1 yard offside.
to be honest, it wasn't the best of angles to shoot from anyway. Some good running. Mukiele inside, ball stuck under his feet. Sabitzer must be offside, surely. Well, Christian Gittelman took his time putting the flag out there as well. I suppose the ref's assistants are tired too after 90 minutes plus.
But we have the video assistant. There's the contact and this half a yard offside, and they have to wait. Because if it's no offside and you whistle before, then it's not a goal. Or you can't be involved as a video assistant.
Absolutely, yes, you're quite correct. I'm a little old school, unfortunately. It looked offside. Should have put the flag up, really.
Good point, too.
Modern football, eh?
Tactically, Leipzig is still playing with a back three now, and they have a little bit more possession now that then Mukiele and Halstenberg can go forward, so end up in a 3-5-2 with Cunha and Paulsen up front.
I think in terms of balance, their side is probably the better balance throughout the various areas. But I think Augsburg are playing on adrenaline. That last-minute goal just will have boosted their adrenaline and self-confidence even further. It's the sort of thing we think, well, maybe tonight is our night. If we can do that, surely we can keep on going.
Yeah, we spoke about that. They maybe can still play the same attitude and going forward. But they're happy with the 1-1 and drop a little bit now again. And Leipzig is the better side in possession.
They've won it back. Free kick awarded, but just a little bit too enthusiastic from Konrad Laimer.
Contact is there.
Caught him slightly.
So if the whistle goes, it's a free kick. There's another tactical advice for Jensen now. And to Teigl.
Cool. Finn Borgerson. He's got Jensen behind him. They're taking their time with the set pieces and throw-ins. That one came off of Halstenberg's backside. Oh, break is on, or it nearly was on. Haidara getting the temperature rising again. Yellow card for Gregoric for his reaction there.
Well done, referee. Bring him down. For me, a stupid yellow card. You don't have to do anything now. Look there. Why? Can you imagine another foul, tactical foul now? Then you're off.
I think it's also a mark of how highly charged this game is and how far they're ratcheted up.
Yeah, but there was no reason now to be involved and pick up a yellow card.
Another
I know
silly
I was
yellow
sometimes
card.
the same, but it's silly. Because I know he's playing now in midfield, Gregoric. You have more one-against-one situations. You can't foul now anymore.
Sabitzer. Augsburg have given it away a little bit. Haidara, now Lima. Lima wants to try his luck. Into the welcoming arms of Gregor Kobel. That one nearly fell kindly for Finn Borgerson. Cordova's gone down, referee unimpressed. That, however, with some more contacts, Georg Teigl was caught in the face, or so he would tell the referee.
There's the hand. There's a foul, but nothing more. You know, there's a little bit too much emotion in the game now. Stand up, Teigl, and let's play.
I think that's what he said to the referee. He said actually the guy was just breaking, as it were. His hands went up. It was not intentional at all. And the referee seemed happy. He seemed happy. Gregoric has been sitting further back again in this period of extra time, and has taken on more of a leadership role, I've noticed, in this since Danny Bayer has gone off. Daniel Bayer's gone off. Michal Gregoric leading the line a little bit more.
Yeah, and is playing in midfield now. Is in the center of the pitch, involved in a lot of one-against-one, and of course an important player for the team. Especially after Bayer left the pitch, Carrera left the pitch. They need someone who's organizing the midfield.
He's taken on the responsibility for the team. So, that'll be one period of extra time done. It's still 1-1. Balanced on a knife edge in the WWK arena. There are still 15 minutes to come.
Yeah, and it was only Leipzig now, the first half of the extra time, that created 3 half chances, 3 shots on target. And they look a little bit better in possession. And Augsburg couldn't create anything.
More of the possession in this, well, since the end of the second half for Augsburg, the home side. But as you can see, there are some players out there with some very tired legs. Ralf Rangnick gathering his players together again. What do you say to your players when you're in this situation? You know that their legs are burning.
Yeah, and you give them a lift now. You try to tell them, so we are so far now, and so close to the semi-final of the Cup here in Germany, and of course do everything what you can do, work your socks off, try your best for the team, and of course the coaches will give tactical advice, so they give them maybe an option. So Leipzig can't change now anymore, already 4 changes. I think Augsburg can, Manuel Baum can have 1 change later to change something tactically, something in the way that maybe helps Augsburg to win the game before penalties. But overall Leipzig looks a bit stronger for me, and that's what Ralf Rangnick will tell his team. Keep going, same way. We had 3 half chances. Next one maybe will be in.
15 more minutes. Will it be ecstasy or agony for the home fans? At the moment, they're enjoying the evening. It's beautiful weather down here in Bavaria. What a difference a cup round makes. Last time Stefan and I were together, it was absolutely freezing in the capital in Berlin. And it's a warm, early spring evening. In fact, hardly anybody else is wearing a jacket this evening if I look up and down the other commentators from all around the world. 15 minutes to go. Leipzig in the blue and yellow, now kicking from left to right for the second time this evening. The home side in their whites with Jensen. Flag is up. No need to get excited over there, Mr. Finn Borgerson. He'd never scored in the cup before. He has now, and I think he's probably got a taste for it.
Yeah, and was 2 yards offside. Right decision from the linesman. And overall, no big mistakes from the referees. I think that's important too, because cup games, we all know one mistake from the referee can change the game, and that's not what we want.
I think Tobias Stieler this evening has ruled very well over the game in a sovereign fashion, given yellow cards when some refs might have given a little bit more. Maybe just that one thing with Sabitzer, but...
Yeah, but still can be a yellow card too, but it was a tricky game, lots of 1 against 1.
If you start dishing out cards left, right and centre, if it's a bit physical, then you're going to end up with 8 players each on the pitch. Probably a few goals, though, if there were, if there were only 8 aside. It would certainly give them some room to move in. There's a ball on the pitch that needs to be cleared. There's Rani Khedira, who doesn't look too happy. Of course, it's not only tonight that's important. There are other games coming up. Hoffenheim and Frankfurt away. Trouvelou tried to win the throw as best he could there. He found himself running down a dead-end street. Carlsen, Haidara. Sabitzer was free. Mali international who scored his first Bundesliga goal at the weekend. In only his second game.
Yeah, that's the new Keita from Leipzig. I saw him in Salzburg. He's a real number 8. He can go forward, can drop deep, can score and can create chances and can win 1 against 1 situation. So really complete central midfielder. And next year, we all know, Hannes Wolf will come over from Salzburg again. Another really talented midfielder, already signed for the new season. So Leipzig is already improving his squad.
Well, they got big plans. One of them includes a trip to Berlin in May. But yes, of course, Haidara came on that through ball for Werner to run onto. That's exactly the sort of thing that Ralf Rangnick and in the future Julian Nagelsmann will be rubbing their hands together with glee about. If, of course, Timo Werner stays. But that's...
Yeah, but it's a really interesting situation now, because both sides said already what they want. There's the chance.
Straight at Gulacsi, and Ilsanker can clear.
Finn Borgerson again.
Augsburg putting on the pressure. They've got their fans behind them. Coup. Oh, Paulsen, little header on. But his mate Timo Werner's not there.
Yeah, but his contract is finished next year. And Oliver Minzlaff and Ralf Rangnick said already, if he's not signing a new contract, he will go this summer.
Philip Max.
Who got lots of money, of course.
Gregoric, Richter. Well, you wouldn't blame him for having a go there. The Augsburg fans have been tremendous this evening. They've made a lot of noise. They've never given up.
Yeah, and staying behind the team in every minute of the game.
It's what we always talk about as a fan. If you feel that your team's giving everything, that's more than that's all you can ask from them.
Yeah, that's exactly the home advantage, what we always talk about. In cup games, even more important. It is in or out, semi-final or not. And it pushes you as a player. I can remember in my time in Dortmund or Schalke, if your crowd is behind, it can lift you any minute in the game.
Well, Augsburg have only won one of their last 5 home cup ties, and I thought this was interesting. They've lost twice to Bayern, once to Dortmund, and once to Schalke, who went on to win it. They've not had easy cup ties at home of late. Sabitzer. Determination that Sabitzer's got. Great run from him. Cunha knocks it on. Oh, this is lovely stuff. Halstenberg has his shot blocked. Haidara almost assisting for the second time in this game.
It starts from the great run from Sabitzer. And in the end, a monster block from Kovalev.
Neither of these sides will want penalties. Sabitzer. Oh, he's lifted that beautifully, but the finish from Halstenberg. Well, he's a left wing back, so
everyone is tight now, so to be on target with that volley, never easy. But who can make the difference now? Who can be really focused and can finish on target in the corner to win the game for the team?
Ralf Rangnick looks very pensive down in his technical area. Cool. Good vision. Max. Oh, that's looking great. That's looking fabulous. Oh, so unlucky. Richter trying to get on the end of that ball.
Fantastic chip ball from Max, and then a lay off from Finn Bogason, and then he takes the full risk. Richter, good technique, good quality. Oh, few yards away from score a wonder goal. There's the last change.
Last substitution. And it's a defender coming on in place of Marco Richter, who I think has had an excellent game today.
Yet in possession, he was the only player first 90 minutes, 1 against 1, strong, and could beat Leipzig players.
Konstantinos Stafylidis, Greek international, comes on. He's been out with a thigh injury. Most recently, it's kept him out only 7 Bundesliga games. There he is on the ball, fresh legs. Gregoric went for the difficult pass, and that might have just undone Augsburg. It's 3-on-2 at the moment. Augsburg players coming back in numbers. Cunha's not going to get there.
Stafylidis is playing as a left back now, and Philipp Marx is playing in midfield now over the left side.
Need to watch out for Cunha in the centre. Hoofed away.
So it was a defensive move from Manuel Baum.
Well, they've got to the point now where they're possibly thinking, well, let's just take luck and see what happens. Referee allows play to continue, and there was a little tug. And there's a little exchange of views between Kovalev and nearly everybody. They thought they might have had a
Let's see the first
penalty.
1-against-1 that looks like a penalty. Is holding outside, no inside, and no touch. Clever from Danzo. Outside, yes, but inside, not enough for me for a penalty.
I wasn't sure about the second one either.
Too, no. A little bit too much from Cunha.
Five minutes left. Who's going to blink first? That overhead bicycle kick from Richter would have been an absolute gem if it had gone in. Free kick.
Contact is there. Is that enough for a free kick, Phil? The question will come
if that was in the first
Augsburg will score now.
If that was in the first 5 minutes of the game, possibly not. Augsburg fans all on their feet in the stadium. They are hoping, they are praying that they can make something of this free kick. Philip Max, the header from Finn Borgerson. That was his target, but he couldn't steer it towards the target. It was difficult from there with a header.
But good delivery. Towards the goal. I like that. On the right side, in swing with the left foot.
Cordova hits it. And Gulac is there. Halstenberg. This is where they need to be careful. Mukiele wanted to go quickly towards Sabitzer. Sabitzer's too short to get on the end of that. He's got it now. Fast footwork, keeping the ball for Leipzig. Beautifully done. Oh, good vision from Sabitzer. Just a little bit overhit.
Yeah, too close to the goalkeeper. Good vision, yeah.
Staffelidis now. Coup. No foul. Haidara slips it through to Cunha. Oh, they're queuing up. Handball in the box was the appeal. Referee says no. Leipzig pull their hair out on the pitch. They're protesting, but play is continuing. If it goes long, they're in trouble, and Willi Orban. Now listen, I think there's something going on in the video assistant referee room. This is the incident.
No, it's before, first on his thigh and then on his hand. The rules are telling everyone it's not a penalty. So it was the right decision from the video assistant, from the referee, from
everybody.
From everybody.
Bang on.
Well done, referee.
That's why video assistant referees are there. There's just this tendency for any touch of the hand to be appealed as loud as possible. Cunha is going over.
Yeah, because we have no clear rules about handball, and that have to be changed from the FIFA, from the top of the game, because nobody knows now when it's a free kick or not. So, but that was definitely not a free kick because the first touch was on his thigh.
Came off his thigh. You've got
and then
no
up
chance.
to his hand, and that's why it's never a penalty.
Now it's a set-piece possibility for Leipzig here. They've not scored from, well, they've scored from one direct free kick, but they've not scored via a free kick outside of that one so far this season in the Bundesliga. Haidara headed away, another handball, and this time it is a penalty. Big scream from all of the Leipzig players, and this time the referee has pointed to the spot.
I'm sure the video assistant will have a look now, but let's have a look. Is the arm going up to the ball? Of course,
yes.
And it is Gregoritsch, I think.
As they say in Germany, da hat der Hand gar nichts zu suchen.
Exactly.
His hand had no reason to be up there.
Who is behind him can clear the situation. And it's definitely now a penalty, and he knows it.
And the question is, who's feeling brave? Who wants to take this one? It's Halstenberg. Marcel Halstenberg puts the ball on the spot. Halstenberg puts it into the top left corner and puts Leipzig ahead with nothing left on the clock really, apart from time added on for stoppages. And you can see what it means to Leipzig. They've never been to a semi-final before, let alone a final. They are got to be thinking about Berlin now. If they can just hold Augsburg off again and not succumb to that last-minute goal that they did at the end of the 90.
Yeah, but don't forget, the club is only 9 years old, so great finish from Halstenberg. Brave pace, left foot in the corner. What a 2 weeks for him, back in the German national team. Scored the winner here, got a yellow card. Because he turned his shirt off.
He doesn't care about the yellow cards.
Exactly.
That was...
and 1 minute on top.
He scored, previous to this, 3 penalties, one of which was in the third flight. Missed one. That was also in the third flight against, in the third division against Dortmund. 3 penalties he scored now. Or rather 4, that's his 4th penalty. But anyway, time is of the essence for Augsburg. They've done it once before. It's all over. The referee brings the match to an end. And it has finished. Augsburg 1, Leipzig 2. A last-minute penalty from Marcel Halstenberg has stopped it being penalties.
Yeah, and it came down to an individual mistake from Gregoritsch. We spoke about him in midfield, did well. One of the leaders of the pitch, but the handball, I'm sure he can't sleep tonight. A really bad moment for him.
Well, he has so many qualities, Michael Gregoritsch. He will be devastated, I'm sure, as you say.
No, I feel for him, but well done to the referee, well done. Lots of tense in the game, lots of passion. Both teams worked really hard. Attitude was outstanding. In possession, both teams struggled to create chances and to play good football, but overall, exciting to watch. And what a finish of the game.
Well, it was late, both times. Late for Augsburg for the equaliser. Late with the penalty for Leipzig to win, but congratulations to them. They now go into the semi-finals, where they're going to have to possibly wait to see who they play. But we do know that in the semi-finals there is at least one Bundesliga 2 sides. And things getting a little unpleasant in the centre. Not the sort of scenes you need to see at the end of a hard-fought cup game. I'm sure the officials will sort that little fracas out. Meanwhile, Marcel Sabitzer's waiting over in the far corner with the Leipzig fans, wants to celebrate.
Yeah, and Willi Orban is doing the right job now as the captain, is telling his players, come away from the Augsburg players, let's celebrate the win with the teams. And of course, be fair, because of the Augsburg players are all down and
still reason to celebrate for Leipzig, and that's exactly what they're doing over on the far corner.
And that's better. Don't talk too much to the loser today. They are down now.
They don't need any aggravation. So, a great night for Leipzig. Augsburg fought tooth and nail all the way. One side had to lose. 2 0-0 draws, one after the other. But we saw goals this evening. The final score in Augsburg is Augsburg 1, Leipzig 2. Stefan Freund, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, you Phil, too.
Look forward to working with you again soon. And for all of you fans around the world, hope you enjoyed the game. It was a gritty one tonight. Not sleek and silky, but it had teeth and claws, and it had a winner in the end. Join us next time for more thrill spills and action from the DFB-Pokal. Bye for now.
So. Wenn es kommt ein Tor! Ausgleicher hebt diesen goldenen Pokal hoch.
So lass das Spiel beginnen.